Okay, jumping in, flying blind here. Welcome back to another edition of Coming Soon, in which I discuss discs that are coming soon. I just received a box of stuff, upcoming review discs. Some of these discs may actually be out by the time you see this. Some of these discs may be coming out very soon. These are things that have come out recently since the last one of these that I did. And I'm just going to dive in and tell you about them. And as always, if you look in the text description, or if you can find it below this video on YouTube, there are links. There are buying links for all these if you want to buy these through those links, but also those links will take you to the full specs in case I neglect to say anything. And they will also tell you the release dates, the street dates for all this stuff. So first of all, I haven't had a chance to watch this yet, from Blue Underground. If you know Blue Underground, that's the company that William Lustig, who directed such fine films as Vigilante and Maniac Cop and Maniac made years ago. He runs this video company that sort of grew out of Anchor Bay in the old days, and it's just a wonderful presentations of old, like 42nd Street, New York City grindhouse kind of stuff. And he has a new 4K Ultra HD UHD, that's Ultra HD, HDR version of Jess Franco's Night of the Blood Monster, starring Christopher Lee, also known as the Bloody Judge, and really cool new artwork on the cover there and on the back. And let me tell you what this is. It's 4K. I believe it's 4K and Blu-ray. Yeah, it's 4K and it's a Blu-ray. So if you don't have 4K and you still want to get this, the Blu-ray benefits from the new 4K transfer, but it'll play on your regular Blu-ray player. And if you eventually get a 4K player, hey, guess what? You've already got the 4K in your hands. And if you have a 4K, all of what I just said doesn't really matter much to you. So Christopher Lee stars as gives one of his most unforgettable performances as Judge Jeffries, the infamous 17th century witch finder. Not great at reading out loud, sorry. Whose unholy obsession with a luscious wench, Maria Rome from Eugenie, also a Jess Franco film, fuels a jaw-dropping spree of torture, brutality, and flesh-ripping perversion. Howard Vernon, if you've seen a Jess Franco movie, you've seen Howard Vernon. Margaret Lee, Maria Schell from 99 Women, and Oscar nominee Jen from Quo Vadis, star in this landmark epic of sexual violence and sadism, complete with a superb score by Bruno Nicolai, who's great, and directed with spectacularly deviant glee by the one and only Jess Franco. Blue Underground is proud to present the most complete, uncensored version of Night of the Blood Monster, also known as the Bloody Judge, from a brand new 2023 Dolby Vision HDR 4K master, painstakingly restored from the various European vault elements, featuring additional nudity, bloodshed, and what Christopher Lee himself called scenes of extraordinary depravity. This is great. I love it when they do this. A lot of video companies are doing this now, where there are different editions of a film, different countries, different releases, different ratings. You get the various versions on one disc, and occasionally they'll do like this, where they'll just do a hybrid cut where you can see all of it. So it is from 1970, 103 minutes, to the 2160p Ultra HD resolution, widescreen 2.35, dual layer, all regions. So anywhere in the world you pop this in. If you live in Botswana, you can order this from the US of A, USNA, and throw that in your player and it'll work. Let's talk about the extras. They are voluminous. The audio is English mono DTS HD, and there are English SDH subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, and subtitles in Spanish and French. Disc 1 is the 4K UHD Blu-ray. You've got an audio commentary with Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson, who are always great. Audio commentary with film historians Kim Newman and Barry Forshaw, who are always great. And audio commentary with film historians David Flint and Adrian Smith, who I don't know as well, but I presume if they are on here, they're great. Disc 2, you have those same commentaries. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray. The movie, of course, is on there as well. Disc 2 has Bloody Jess, interview with director Jess Franco and star Christopher Lee. Judgment Day, interview with Stephen Thrower, author of Murderous Passions, The Delirious Cinema of Jess Franco. In the Shadows, interview with filmmaker Alan Berkshaw and author Stephen Thrower on Harry Allen Towers, who produced these films. And Deleted and Alternate Scenes, trailers and TV spot, still galleries. So this is loaded. I love what Blue Underground's been doing, is they've been taking out these titles that they've had licensed to for a long time, that they have put out on DVD and Blu-ray, and they're giving them the 4K treatment with a new transfer and new extras and such. So slipcase, as I always say, slips right off to reveal basically the same cover under there. It's got the sleek black plastic case, which usually indicates a 4K. Crack it open, and you've got the DVD and the Blu-ray versions with cool artwork on them, and then a nice reversible cover, which I'm a fan of, which is the alternate Bloody Judge title there. So this looks to be a really cool set if you're a fan of Christopher Lee or Jess Franco movies. In general, I'm not a fan of Jess Franco movies, but I'm very excitedly watching them all now to sort of reevaluate. And some I've liked a lot more than I thought I would with these new Blue Underground releases. Then we have from our good friends at, what company is this? Neon Eagle. Neon Eagle's putting out some really cool stuff, a lot of Asian stuff, a lot of oddball things. We have Zero Woman Red Handcuffs. Now, I received the first Zero Woman to review. I still haven't done it yet. I'm probably going to watch these two back to back and do 2 reviews really close to each other. When this is, what is this? Zero Woman Red Handcuffs, 1974 from Japan, 88 minutes. Boy, when I can find a Japanese film, they're usually genre films, and they're less than 90 minutes. It's a wonderful gift. 235 widescreen Japanese 2.0 mono audio English subtitles, stars Miki Sugimoto, and special features are 4K restoration, audio commentary by film historian Sam Deegan, who's always great. Sex and Violence equals Pinky Violence. Tokyo Scope author Patrick Makkas on Zero Woman Red Handcuffs. Image gallery, reversible cover, and artwork. So what is this film about, you fool, you fool? Not you. That's what you might be saying to me. Anyway, the renegade cop Ri, portrayed by top Toei starlet Miki Sugimoto, girl boss escaped from reform school, goes too far in bringing justice to untouchable bigwigs. Only a dangerous mission to rescue a politician's daughter will keep her out of jail for good. She readily takes on the task, only to find it more complicated and deadly than she suspected. After a restless pursuit and run-ins with despicable Yakuza thugs, Ray finds herself the target of a wider criminal conspiracy, the outcome of which will leave almost no one alive. So this sounds like Japanese crime / Pinky Violence / women in prison kind of thing, which is cool. We're gonna, for those of you who really love the sound of cellophane, a little gift for you. So inside, we have a nice clear case, which usually indicates, yes, a reversible cover. So we have alternate artwork on the cover. Yep, alternate artwork on the disc itself. And then we have a reversible cover with what looks to be potentially the original Japanese poster, which is cool. Love these Japanese exploitation films that we're kind of getting a flood of from various companies. Then I just got these the other day. These are 2 discs, art house foreign type discs. First up, we have a film by Camilla Andini, YUNI, not short for British University or anything like that. This is having rejected marriage proposal and now facing limited options after graduation. Indonesian high school student YUNI finds herself having to define her desires within a society attempting to prescribe her fate, navigating her burgeoning sexuality and educational prospects while coming to terms with the rigid gender politics with which they collide. YUNI observes her peers and the women around her as they reject or give in to the expectations made of them and the consequences their decisions carry. This is from Indonesia co-production, Indonesia, France, Singapore, Australia. It is in Indonesian language with English subtitles. 95 minutes, thank you for the brevity. 185 widescreen, and it is in, you can hear it in 5.1 surround sound or 2.0 stereo. It is not rated region all. So this is another DVD. This is a DVD that if you buy this anywhere in the world or you import it anywhere in the world, toss it in your player, it'll just work. No muss, no fuss. So that's the cover. That's the back cover. And we crack it open. Ooh, this is cool. So the disc itself is the cover again, but if we take that out, we have a nice reversible cover with something that might be inopportune, untoward, and liner notes inside. Cool. That was a thing that British Video used to do for a long time on their videotapes. They would have clear cases and the dual-sided cover where the liner notes were just printed inside the cover, which is kind of cool. And that's available from, I believe, Film Movement. Film Movement is putting that out soon. Then we have from Indiepix Classics on DVD, AGONIE, which looks similarly, Murder Needs No Motive. Looks similarly randy. A female university student is, actually, this probably would make a good double feature with that from what I'm reading. A female university student is savagely murdered. Her head, torso, and limbs are found discarded in various dumpsters around Vienna. There is no apparent motive for the crime. Christian is a quiet young man studying law who works part-time at the concession counter of a nearby movie theater. Okay, we've got dismemberment in movie theaters. I'm in. And Alex is an image-conscious, aspiring boxer and rapper who just returned from the military. Either could have committed this grisly act of rage and violence, but which one is responsible? I'm going to stop reading there because I'm an anti-spoiler kind of guy. So let's see what the inside of this looks like. Sometimes the Indiepix discs are not too fancy. Sometimes the Indiepix discs that I'm given are more for review purposes than for release purposes, but I know this one, sometimes the Indiepix stuff just goes straight to Indiepix Unlimited online, and sometimes that's just a streaming service and they don't get physical, but I believe this one does. This is from 2016. It is 16:9 widescreen from Germany and Austria. It is in German with English subtitles, 94 minutes, and 2.0 stereo, unrated. And it does have the Prime Video channel's Indiepix Unlimited logo on the back, which means this is, this is available streaming as well. So I don't know that the official DVD is going to look like this. I think this just might be what they give to schmoes like me who review things in advance. So that is coming soon. And now, no idea what I'm about to take out of this box. Just got a box today in the mail. I came back from going to the movies, and this was waiting for me. I'm not even going to look at this stuff. I'm just going to pull it out and tell you what we got and discuss it as we see fit. We have, okay, from Arrow Home Video, Tin Star. I will tell you about that in just a moment. That is, the Arrow discs I get are not fancy to look at. The discs that you buy from Arrow are deluxely packaged and beautiful artwork and all kinds of tuck-ins and all that, but I just get this, which is cool because it's all the same things that are on there. That's a Western Tin Star. We have Frank Henenlotter's Basket Case on 4K UHD, and we have the Scarface Mob. So let's dig into the notes they gave me here and figure out what those films are, other than Basket Case, which I think we all kind of know and love. Wow, they really sent me a they sent me a New York phone book worth of stuff here. They send me the sheets that have all the press releases and all that stuff. So the Tin Star is a cynical former sheriff turned bounty hunter helps a young, recently appointed acting sheriff with his advice, his experience, and his gun. It's a timeless Western from director Anthony Mann. Tin Star showcases the director's ingenuity within the genre. This is from, does it say here? I think this is a 50s film. 1957. Directed by Anthony Mann with John McIntyre, Neville Brand, Lee Van Cleef, Mickey Finn, Michael, is there a Michael Finn in the house? Henry Fonda, Anthony Perkins, Betsy Palmer, who a lot of people my age know as the mother in Friday the 13th, and wowzers, that's quite the cast. This is cool. I'm never was huge into Westerns as a kid, never was really into like traditional American Westerns until I got into spaghetti Westerns, and then it just opened my eyes to, wow, Westerns can be kind of cool. You can tell a lot of kind of human stories and interpersonal stories and bigger stories thematically within Westerns. And they're not just about, horses and things. So this is 93 minutes, and it is a single disc Blu-ray. So that was that one. Visually, this is going to get more interesting in a second. The limited edition 4K 4K UHD of Basket Case HDR is, if you've never seen Basket Case, wow. Frank Henenlotter's classic, sleazy 42nd Street, New York City film about a man who carries around, young, nice-looking guy, nice-seeming guy, in the grimy New York City, lives in a Fleabag motel, and he carries this basket around, inside which is his separated at birth evil twin creature, twin brother. It's quite the film. So this has, wow, I'm not even going to read all the extras. It's just, let's just say this Basket Case is loaded with extras. I believe this is, they had put this out on Blu-ray before, so this is everything on the Blu-ray and maybe a little bit more, and certainly the film is now kicked up to 4K UHD. The Scarface Mob, originally conceived as as a two-part TV pilot, the Scarface Mob is a gritty and thrilling dramatization of Elliot Ness's account of his hunt for ruthless gangster Al Capone in Chicago during Prohibition. It would go on to spawn the Untouchables, which we all know and remember from the 50s TV, 60s TV, and then a remake that Brian De Palma did many years later with Kevin Costner. And it's just, so it's basically that. So that is from, what year is that? Pardon my lack of preparation. This is all off the cuff. 1959. Also, Phil Carlson, produced by Desi Arnaz, Quinn Martin, and Lucille Ball, who were big TV producers at the time. And it stars Peter Leeds, Barbara Nichols, Robert Stack, Robert Osterloh, Walter Winchell, Abel Fernandez, Frank Wilcox, Joe Mantell, Paul Dubov, Bruce Gordon, Bill Williams, and Neville Brand, Keenan Wynn, and Eddie Firestone. It is 102 minutes, and it is a nice old black and white movie on the Blu-ray. So now for the stuff that's packaged. Okay, just pulling it out. Speaking of which, a film by Tinto Brass. All ladies do it. So Tinto Brass, if you don't know Tinto Brass is probably best known here as the director of Caligula, the infamous all-star gory, gruesome nudity, semi-hardcore extravaganza produced by Penthouse in the early 80s or late 70s. He also had prolific career in Italy doing like erotic films. He did other genres too, but he's really kind of mostly known as very posterior fixated erotic films from the 70s into the 90s. And this is a 4K UHD and a Blu-ray from Cult Epics of All Ladies Do It, which is a film I saw years ago and I don't really remember much about. His films are beautifully shot and really interesting. And a new line of erotic cinema in Ultra HD for men and women alike, this says on the back. After 5 years of marriage, Diana discovers the joys of adultery, claiming that she can save her failing relationship with her husband through betrayal. From the director of Caligula and Salon Kitty comes the stylish erotic comedy drama All Ladies Do It, starring the sexy Claudia Cole. Cult Epics presents the 4K UHD Blu-ray world premiere of the uncut and uncensored director's cut with new and vintage bonus features, which include, I'll read them to you now, 4K UHD Blu-ray, 4K transfer from the original negative and restoration HDR, audio commentary by Eugenio Erlocani and Troy Howarth, who do a lot of work for Arrow as well. 4K theatrical trailers, the Blu-ray disc, that was all what's on the 4K. The Blu-ray disc is that same new transfer and same commentary, same trailers, interview with director Tinto Brass from 2001, the outtakes from All Ladies Do It, photo gallery, also includes slipcase, reversible cover. I'm going to show you that stuff that it includes. So this is, the film itself is from 1992. It is Italian, 97 minutes long. You can watch it with English and Italian language with optional subtitles. So I guess maybe it's a mix of the two. I don't know if it's an English dub and the Italian, we'll find out. DTS HD MA 2.0 mono and stereo. It is 1:8:5 aspect ratio. It is in color. It is not rated because it is saucy. So because I'm particular, I'm just opening the bottom of this to get the slipcase off so you can see what the inner contents look like. Yeah, been a fan of Tinto Brass movies for a while. If I ever tell somebody try to explain Tinto Brass, I'm like, think about what Russ Meyer is to upper frontals. That's what Tinto Brass is to the back end, so to speak. So we have a slipcase that slips off to reveal a different cover, which is very similar to the cover, the original poster, I believe. And we crack it open, and we've got, I think I can show you that. We've got the disc there. We've got a bunch of postcards. Wow, this is cool. So it's the Blu-ray and the DVD, each with a different style on it. We have a stack of postcards, which may be replicating the lobby cards. 4 of those replicating the lobby cards, which is very cool. We have, if I put my finger right there, we've got a nice little, nice little booklet that, nice photos, photo-laden booklet with a lot of posters and imagery, stills from the film, a lot of writing on the film. That's cool. And is it a reversible cover? Yes, it is. Can I show you? No, I can't. It's a reversible cover that I'm going to choose to not show you. Let's just say it shows what Brass is known for. It's in the man's last name. So that's exciting, and there's a whole bunch more coming out from Cult Epics. They put out a book about Tinto Brass that came with, I think, an exclusive Blu-ray and stuff like that. And I think they're doing maybe 3 or 4 of his films. So I'm excited to see those. Then we have, excellent, I did ask for this one, the SkinMax double feature of Galaxy Girls and Petticoat Planet. These are movies that played on, Cinemax After Dark and went straight to video in the 90s, I believe. So Galaxy Girls, 1997, 1:3:3 aspect ratio. These were made for video and for TV, for cable in the days of the square TV, so it's going to be a square image. An alien vessel crashes on Earth and is discovered by Cindy, Gail Thackeray, who's in Jim Wynorski's Bigfoot or Bust, Shauna, Yvette McClendon of Haunted, and Becky, Heather Ford, 3 friends beginning what they think to be a casual vacation in the mountains. The alien creatures escaping a death sentence on their world are motivated only by death, destruction, and a taste for blood. That's blood. This is rated R, stereo 2.0, 95 minutes. Petticoat Planet, Commander Steve Rogers. Nice. Tony Vincent from Team Knight Rider. The show, Team Knight Rider. A blue-collar space jockey with a lousy job crash lands his at first I thought it said horn dog, then I thought it said corn dog, but no, he crash lands his corroding craft, boy, I need thicker glasses, onto a desert planet, but his luck is about to change. As he recovers, he finds himself to be the only man in a wild western town inhabited by beautiful, gun-slinging, whiskey-drinking women. This is also a 133 square, 1996, 76 minutes, thank you. Stereo 2.0, also rated R. Galaxy Girls, directed by Scott Harris, and Petticoat Planet, directed by Ellen Cabot. This is from MVD Visual and Multicom. This is a Region 0 NTSC DVD. So a little bit different than just the all region. All region will pretty much play anywhere. The NTSC and PAL thing I don't believe really come into play on Blu-ray, but they did in the era of DVD. So if you're in a country like England that has a PAL video system, or some areas of South America, or Brazil I think was PAL, or France I think was PAL, if you have a PAL system, this disc probably won't play for you unless you have an all region player that will convert. But otherwise, if you're an NTSC country, Canada, Mexico, elsewhere, you can just toss this in and it's going to work. So what's on the inside? Just a simple disc that has the titles of the two films. I like all kinds of movies. What can I say? I'm a Randy Mail type dude. Then we have The Abandoned, a Nacho Cerda film from Unearthed Films. I believe this is a film that's been out for a little while. It's just getting a Blu-ray release. Let's find out. Marie, a woman that was adopted as a child, returns to her homeland and the isolated, abandoned family farm that she never knew. There she meets a mysterious man, Nikolai, and learns of a nightmare secret that begins a spiral into darkness. We have new extra. I'll tell you if they're new. The extras new. Circling back with Nacho Cerda, new. Circling back with Karim Hussein, new. Circling back with Richard Stanley, new. Alternate cuts, new alternate endings, new deleted and extended scenes, new outtakes, and then ported over from a previous release. Making of the Abandoned, In the Abandoned's Den, Nacho Cerda, The Trial of Death, The Little Secrets of Nacho Cerda, When Buck Meets Cerda, a dialogue between friends, promotional gallery, storyboards, trailers, and, wow, you don't really see this much anymore, BD-ROM storyboard collection. So if you throw this in your computer, there is computer content there that lets you look at some stills. This is 2.35 widescreen aspect ratio, color 99 minutes, 5.1 DTS, 2.0 PCM, English subtitles and Spanish subtitles. It is rated R, and this is a Region A Blu-ray. So once again, we crack it open, if I can do it without slicing my finger, and see what the inside of this bad boy looks like. This is a film that I think I remember seeing the poster when it came out on Blu-ray, but I never saw the film itself. So the slip cover slips to reveal the same thing there, same thing on the back. Crack it open, and it's the poster art there. So that is coming soon. As always, look below in the notes to figure out when it's coming soon. Then we have from the MVD Rewind collection. This is the MVD collection that puts out a lot of things from the video store era, and they package them to look like old video box covers and old VHS tapes and old stickers, on the slipcase at least. Christopher Lambert and Ice-T in Mean Guns. I have a vague recollection of when this came out. I've never seen it. It is Sparks Fly When Real Killers Collide. We have, this is 104 minutes in English subtitles, 2.35 widescreen aspect ratio. Audio is LPCM 2.0 stereo, and this is an all-region, all-zone Blu-ray. The world's most dangerous criminals are summoned to a new prison on the eve before its grand opening by Moon, Ice-T, the ruthless leader of the world's most powerful crime syndicate. Chaos ensues when weapons and ammunition are passed around, and the group, including Lou, Christopher Lambert, begin their fight to survive. The last three men standing by midnight have been promised $10 million in cash by Moon, who watches from his surveillance camera as gunfire and bodies fly. This just sounds like goofy fun. Rivalries develop between friends, and the line of loyalty are crossed to each criminal attempts to outwit, outrun, and outlive the other in an action-packed game of elimination. When is this from? This was 1997, so this is similar in era to the After Dark films we were talking about. Special features, main feature presented in HD in its original 2.35 aspect ratio, optional English, Spanish, and French subtitles, audio commentary with director Albert Pune. Oh, I didn't know. Do you know Albert Pune? Albert Pune is kind of infamous for making kind of bad movies. I think he made Cyborg with Van Damme, and he's known for making just like low-budget genre films. I don't know that I've actually seen more than one or two Albert Pune films. He's notorious for making bad movies, but sometimes what people consider bad, I consider a lot of fun. So that's cool. Introduction by director Albert Pune in HD. New interview with producer Gary Schmoller in HD. New interview with executive producer Paul Rosenblum. New interview with composer Anthony Ripperetti, original theatrical trailer, reversible artwork, and a collectible mini poster. This is rated R. Wow, I get to review an Albert Pune movie. I didn't think I was going to have the chance to do that. I think Albert Pune, forgive me, Mr. Pune, if you're still out there, but I think Albert Pune died recently. So we're not going to be getting a lot of new interviews with Albert Pune or anything. So let's see here. Cracking it open. Because I'm particular, I'm trying to get it open without taking the shrink wrap off the entire slipcase, because I like to take care of my stuff. So the slipcase with all of the video store stickers and so forth slips off to reveal the same cover, minus the video store stickers and stuff, but with that old Media Home Entertainment looking logo on there, and the back is the same. And then we crack her open, and we've got the disc looking like it is the face label on an old videotape. We have the reversible artwork that replicates what the original video cover looked like, and then we have the mini poster which replicates what the new cover art looks like. So those are always fun. The MVD Rewind collection, I like that they do that. As a kid who loved video stores in the 80s, and for me, when video stores were new, it was just like the candy store for me. It was so exciting as a kid who just would voraciously try to get his parents to take him to the movies as often as possible, try to go watch everything I could on TV and stay up late and set an alarm and take the TV guide and circle everything that was on TV that I wanted to see for movies, when you could go to a video store and suddenly it was hundreds or thousands of movies that you've never heard of and never seen before, or always maybe only ever read about. That was a huge attraction to me. So when things replicate that video store experience or the look of old tapes, I kind of dig it. So lastly, from Fun City Editions, which is a great company that I haven't really had the opportunity to review much from, this is HANDGUN. I think I've heard of this. Let's find out exactly what this is. Deep in the Heart. Is it 2 movies or is it 1 movie with 2 titles? We're gonna find out here. Let me just slice this sucker open, and once again, not slice myself open while I do this. Just enjoy looking at the top of my head for a moment. Do you? I know you're saying just rip the package off, rip the plastic off. Well, I'm particular, you know. What can I say? I'm particular. So, yeah, Fun City's done a lot of really cool stuff. It's not always New York City-based stuff, but that's, I think, sort of the ideal. They put out a lot of lesser-known, like 70s and 80s titles and do really nice editions for them. So we have, I almost recognize this. Okay, speaking of what MVD Rewind collection does, this replicates the look of the old Thorn EMI, like down to their logo as a replica recreation sort of the old Thorn EMI home video logo. So this looks like one of those large clamshell, big box or bigger box Thorn EMI tapes. Deep in the Heart. Directed by, written, directed, and produced by Tony Garnett, starring Karen Young and Clayton Day. Music by Mike Post, who went on to do a lot of 80s TV theme songs, including the Greatest American Hero theme. This is, or that was Joey Scabbery. He did a lot of TV theme songs in the 80s, put it that way, and music. Kathleen Sullivan has been raped at gunpoint. Now she plans her revenge. So obviously this is fun for the whole family. Having left Boston to start a new job in Dallas, Kathleen Sullivan soon makes friends and begins to enjoy her new life. Larry Keeler is immediately attracted to Kathleen, but Kathleen makes it clear she would rather have a friend than a boyfriend. A friend than a boyfriend. At the end of one date, Kathleen gives Larry a peck on the cheek and dashes into her apartment, leaving Larry confused and angry. On the next date, however, Larry is determined to get what he wants at gunpoint. Oh, okay, so we see where that's going to go. This is special features, new 4K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative, newly recorded audio commentary by Erica Schultz and Chris O'Neill, archival interview with writer, producer, director Tony Garnett, image gallery, theatrical trailer, booklet with a new essay by Alexandra Haller-Nikos, who's great. This is from 1983, 99 minutes. It is from the UK, English mono, English subtitles, 1:8:5 aspect ratio, rated R, Zone A, or Region A. This is cool. So, ooh, nice artwork on this. So we've got, again, different artwork than we've seen so far in this package on the disc. We have very cool art right there, which looks to be probably British or Italian, I'm gonna guess. We have alternate art under the tray, reversible alternate art under the tray. And then, wow, a lot of interesting different posters for this. And then we have a booklet with the aforementioned article, and that is a man, just so you know, not doing anything inappropriate here. And yeah, cool. It's about article about rape revenge films, which are always really unpleasant to watch and very grim. But what I always say about any good revenge movie is that what I call the inciting incident has to be grim and gruesome enough to make you angry and really excited to see the victim turn the tables and really make them pay. So anyway, that's all stuff that is coming soon. Look in the description, all that wordy text below this video to see when these come out, and buy links. If you choose to go and buy these, I get a little slice of the purchase there. It doesn't cost you anymore. It makes me a little dough to help keep me in cool t-shirts and shampoo. Until next time, I'm Mark, and I will see you when I have another thing to talk about that is coming soon.